your championship Sunday. You take down your rival team in France. I mean, we've got to the French regional, Shogun. This is it from here on. It's the top four. It is France time. And as we know, there's a fierce rivalry between these two organizations that a lot of Rocket League fans may not be aware of. Gentlemates just joining the Rocket League scene. But there is no team they would rather beat than the team facing across Manfield Knight.
And that title is still there for anybody to claim. Vitality under this roster still have not been eliminated for an RLCS tournament. That has now been going on since the middle of last year. Can that be displaced by this Gentlemates roster, or are they just going to be another name to add to the tally? That double commit's not going to help them at all. Alpha's going to leave it. Dosen and Zen not seeing any real reason to jump forwards.
Yeah, that's the crazy part about Vitality. They've had some hiccups along the way. They've had some tough series here and there. They've had some losses on their record here and there in double elimination last season. But they've never been eliminated. Zen has never lost an event. He's 5 for 5. Vitality with Zen are 5 for 5. And it's, you know, not the team that we were talking about coming into this weekend. Gentlemates were that, you know, we're calling them leftovers, which I feel does do them a disservice because they're not a leftover squad. They did choose to team with each other from early on in the off-season. But they are the extra players. The players that were last to announce.
They're leftovers from a 5-star restaurant. Like, it's still high quality that we're working with over here. Yeah, I mean, a very quick way of getting rid of that. You go and win this. You're not talked about like leftovers anymore. You're the team that eliminated Vitality.
Oh.
Now the ball left. What a stop from Alpha.
I love the fake on the initial setup there from Seiko. You know Vitality were scared of his double tap there. Seiko needs to be that player today, I think, for Gentlemates. He needs to cause problems for the opposition. He needs to create those opportunities for Itachi, one of the best finishers in the entire world. Seiko looking for the double tap. Alpha with the effortless catch in the backboard to send him free. But yeah, so far I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Seiko. He's very active and he does look dangerous on the ball.
What we saw earlier on in our pre-show as well is how well Vitality were kind of reading the plays and pre-jumping. That's something that the left... Oh, almost went for that one. Oh my goodness. It's something that Gentlemates managed to get a little bit too far into that narrative. That's gone over the top. It's at the crossbar. Seiko in and out save, and Itachi will clear it long. But they need to make sure that those pre-jumps are not something available. They've got to get Vitality second-guessing them. And that will slow Vitality up a lot.
Yeah, Zen's read a couple plays back-to-back now, shutting down Gentlemates at one end and immediately transitioning to an offensive threat at the other. That's the danger man. He always has been. I feel like he always will be. The scariest player on the ball at the tail end of last season. Corner wall double from Juicy itself to post. Oh my goodness, I think that was a surprise to Alpha how close that was to the net. Seiko nearly got in before the defender could get the ball clear. Gentlemates giving Vitality a lot to think about game one.
Yeah, those plays are so dangerous as well. If you do see players trying to dive forward to get a demo, and Seiko narrowly able to jump just in time. Now we go to the opposite side. Itachi bullying Alpha!
Save!
And Alpha is just too strong.
Well, Alpha had to shrug off the physical play, and then he had to really quickly jump up to save the shot. It's not the best clear by Juicy. It's pounced on by Zen. Alpha's able to recycle and recover well on the ceiling after being bumped again. I mean, Alpha just resilient to all the physical plays, including the one of Redosin, his teammate.
Listen, Redosin's a bit of a wild card on occasion and have him no other way. Now Zen, flip reset, backboard. Seiko didn't get contact!
What?
And you have to get to that ball, or Redosin will make it 1-0.
Oh, Zen with a huge flip reset to the backboard. Redosin placing it underneath Itachi. It looked like Itachi would have a piece of this. He was expecting Redosin to shoot high. Redosin uses the underside of the card to shoot it beneath him.
So 1-0 Vitality. Now Redosin looking to try and add to it. Reset gained. Doesn't get too much power on the shot, but in comes Zen. Fake out the first player. Just over a minute left here. Gentlemates have a good fight a bit, but they need to find that big chance. Is that now incoming? Yes, it is!
Well, an immediate response by Gentlemates. And it's Juicy who gets the goal. Redosin trying to clear the ball, just ended up centering it straight to Juicy. That was not the touch that he wanted. And it's already a tie game. Gentlemates fighting back quickly there, seemingly undeterred by Vitality's aggression.
Vitality went for that delayed kickoff yet again. Had a lot of success with that yesterday against Moist Esports. This time around, not quite as much, but do keep an eye out for those. Itachi will control up against Radosin. Just sticking with it, just trying to get in the way as much as possible. Now in goes Zed. Good first touch. Might pop out. It's all up to Radosin. What decision you want to make? He went for the shots. And now it's up to Vitality. They've got to scramble back. Zen will be around, and they're just going to control.
Well, Zen with a lovely 1v2 in defense, but he has been stopped from making that 1v3. Itachi lob pass. Seiko couldn't get the end of it. Back to Itachi. Now Juicy charging in. Wanted to double tap that off the ceiling over Radosin, but Radosin did close the distance in time. 10 seconds remaining in game 1.
Everyone's on the backboard. That's not a good clear, though. Directly into the path. Now Juicy. Has he got it? Yes, he has!
He's done it!
He snipes it!
Well, in a lobby full of French legends and francophones, it's Juicy who gets the second goal, his second goal, to go 2-1 up with just 2 seconds to go. And that one came against their own play. It looked like Vitality were pushing for the late win. Can they play a safe kickoff? Yes, they can. That should be game. Juicy goes for a third. He's gone for the hat-trick. He didn't have to, but why not? It's 3-1.
You've got the win. You know Vitality had to send the house. They tried something off the kickoff, and it did not work. Gentlemate, just rewinding that second goal a little bit. There was a missed clear from Juicy, and he didn't panic and scamper back into net. He stayed in midfield. He realized that his team doesn't really necessarily need a third man in that position. They need a way out of being in defense. He provided it. I mean, what can you even say about the shot he provided after that? That was unreal.
Yeah, good finishing. I mean, Itachi was talked about as that kind of player last season, so if they've got a couple of finishers now with Juicy and Itachi, nice save there by Itachi, by the way, to kick things off. Yeah, I think Seiko's going to be having a great time on this roster, just centering the ball, knowing that there's going to be someone there every time to slot a shot top bins. Well, it's like a rare miss on his end flip reset to get game 2 underway, and now Alpine and Radosin getting a bit tied up in defense. Vitality need to calm down here. That was a bit of a tough loss at the end of the game. They went 1 goal down with 2 seconds to go. Even for a team as experienced as Vitality, that's going to rattle you a little bit. But now you're into a clean reset here, and the worst thing they could do is start tripping over each other and making unforced errors.
It's where the ego starts to come in, isn't it? You're the world champions. How dare you go and beat us like that? We're going to try and show you just how good we are.
Well, I might not be right to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway, Shogun. I was reading the pre-game chat between Alpha 54 and the Gentlemates roster, and I've got to expose him a little bit here. He did say, "Hey, gentle noobs." So clearly there's vicious trash talk between these two teams. They have got really no love lost between them. So, I mean, take from that what you will. Is Alpha toxic? Oh, what a save! No, it's not a save. It's gone in. He nearly punched that one off the post, but it has gone in. It's another great shot by, Juicy to go 1-0 for Gentlemates. I think it might have even counted as an own goal there from Radosin. Of course it did.
Well, that's how they do it. I mean, we have already seen from Vitality, they do their best work after an own goal.
That's true.
So we might just see what they've got now in the remaining 3.5 minutes off. But for the time being, Gentlemates have got Vitality jumping at everything. And now I almost feel like sort of the preemptive moves that Vitality got known for, especially yesterday against Boys,
wow.
They're starting to backfire because they are puppets on strings.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Juicy is having a phenomenal game. That's a pre-flip interception, fake flip reset to leave the ball for Seiko, who drills it top shelf. Seiko accepting the center ball from Juicy that time, who scored 4 this series and now assisted 1. That's 100% goal participation for Gentlemates Juicy.
Is this the biggest threat to that win streak of Vitality's? They have been beat in best of 7s. They have not been eliminated from any tournaments after that, though. One of their losses coming in double elimination, which was also pretty much the only format they had for this roster last season. Seiko will control. It's back out to Zed. Vitality need to get something going here. They're the team with only 1 goal. Every single play we get here, Johnny, Gentlemates send 2, and often fake at the first.
Wow.
There's Alpha and Zed are
What
having
is
an
this?
argument amongst each other, and maybe the first misplay there from Juicy.
Yeah, the communication is broken down for Vitality. Zen with a nice save on Seiko's double tap, but they are in big trouble here, Shogun, as Gentlemates keep the pressure on. And if they can do this, if they could just keep sticking the ball over Vitality's heads, it does appear that the mistakes are coming for the defending world champions.
Oh, Radosin couldn't win the challenge. Tried his best. Itachi's now on the board. This is a mauling from Gentlemates.
Yeah, the beautiful pass by Seiko. Radosin did well to get goal side, but he flipped the wrong way, and he could not keep the ball out of the net. This is just incredible from Gentlemates that they're keeping Vitality in their own half for this long. Just remember back to last season, it's not that long ago. Nobody could do this to Vitality. When they did lose, it wasn't from being completely out-pressured, it wasn't from being outpaced, but that's what's happening right now. Vitality just not able to keep up with the Gentlemates roster, who are reading each other on a completely different level right now.
Infield pass, Radosin has to back up for it. That leaves the ball open for Juicy yet again. I mean, what do you even say at this point? This was not how I expected this to go down. As you mentioned, whenever we have seen Vitality lose games, they've been close. They've been even matches where they've been relatively dominant, keeping the opponents on their side of the field, and then just so having to get caught on the break. Never before have we seen a team this confident. Okay. And maybe the first time that confidence might be rattled.
Well, that's a really unnecessary goal for Gentlemates to concede, to be honest. They've got both of their last two defenders on top of each other, and they've lost to 50-50. I mean, that is a pretty good illustration of why you want to spread out in defense when you're playing Rocket League, no matter what level you're at. Then one touch is less likely to go past both of you. Gentlemates make a unnecessary mistake and allow Vitality an easy goal to start the potential comeback. This is another chance for Vitality. Seiko's blocked it. Alpha 54 wants to double tap. He misses. Vitality all of a sudden are coming to life.
Vitality do need to figure this out, though, a little bit. They need to stop falling for the fake plays. Alpha easily beats the ball. Seiko! Oh, he calls Radosin into action. That was an unbelievable angle even to attempt from.
A minute to go. Alpha 54 misses his flip reset. He didn't have a lot of boost to get that one. It proved to be insufficient. Gentlemates giving a bit more space to Vitality now. I think they're afraid of overcommitting like they did in the previous goal they conceded. That is giving Vitality looks at the midfield. It's giving them looks at passing plays, which were not really there earlier on in this game. Nice jump there by Zen over the top of the demo. Offloads to Radosin down the line. He wants the shots on target, which Juicy had covered. And was that the right option for Radosin there?
20 seconds left on the board. Zen tries to get the ball in field. Does, but not to the player necessarily wanted. Alpha was covering the goal more than he was trying to look for offense. Alpha still blocks. Seiko gets the angles. And with this play, Gentlemates could very well have secured their second game of the series. Half the job done, half the job still to get finished.
Simple stuff in offense. They were just quick, they were reading each other well, they're communicating at a different level from Vitality, and that's very clear to see even before you listen into the comms video after the tournament.
Over on the opposite side of Fairy Peak as well, you've got Eversax, who's looking to try and prove some things after being moved on from KC. With him and Itachi trying to add more and more to their records. What a way to start off this team this would be. Now we do have the timeout buff over towards Vitality. Let's see what they can do with it. More importantly, can they now get that rotation sorted out, or are they going to start tripping over each other again?
It's actually dispossessed mid-air by Zen, who's left that for Radosin. Early signs would indicate the Vitality are giving each other information early. You know, as someone who's had the honor of listening to Zen's frantic French comms in person, I don't speak a lot of French, but I can just tell he's communicating a lot of info. Alpha didn't need to be told anything on that play, that he just barrels through the last defender single-handedly. And where did it all go wrong for Gentlemates? Where's the second player to help out the poor last man?
Not often have Vitality had it that easy getting from defense to offense. Alpha just found the gap, managed to line up the defender, and now we've got Zen on the kickoff. Gets a good challenge win, but the landing afterwards just took him too far to the side. It's on the opposite side here. Itachi found it quite easy. Doesn't get the ball followed up. Seiko skied it, and he's offered a bit too much of an easy way out there for Vitality.
Juicy does well to absorb Radosin's challenge in defense. I think that's something that's Gentlemates have to be given credit for is they've anticipated Vitality's aggression. You know, Vitality historically have been a very aggressive team with their first player, really giving opponents no time. Alpha looking for a second one, is off the bar. Zen might follow up, no, it's wide of the net by the time it reaches him. Juicy again in defense, clearing the danger. Suddenly there seems to be a whole lot more of the pitch for Vitality to play in. Will that be something Gentlemates can use to their advantage? Will they bait Vitality forward like they did in game 1?
Yeah, you've now got the big question of, do you try to step to this or do you allow it to happen? And wait to see what opportunities come your way. Seiko's just going to power the ball along, realize he doesn't have too many offensive options. So might as well just grab the territory, but Juicy has missed the ball. Takes out the player, so it's still a good play from him. Radosin now clears long. Alpha wants to get to it. Juicy understood the task. I don't think he was in a position that he wanted to be in, but he understood he's got to get something on it before Alpha does.
Yeah, Juicy didn't jump in the right direction, but he adjusted quickly midair to get something on the ball. And you know, in that situation, you just have to get any part of the ball to make sure that the attacking player doesn't have a clear shot at it. Itachi calling Juicy off that one. And then intercepting Radosin's touch. Here's Juicy again. Has a quick shot fired to the top shelf, but oh, hold on. Where's the ball going on this play? It's in for Alpha 54. He beats his man in the back corner and makes it 2-0.
That is just outright pace, and Alpha 54 is a genuine menace in this game. Scores the first goal, grab the second. I do not think that is somebody that wants to be losing.
You know, sometimes last season when Vitality were having an off day, when they're having an off series, an off game, it was Alpha 54 stepping up and showing his experience and helping Zen with the heavy lifting. I think this has put Vitality at ease a little bit. Oh, they've nearly overextended there, though. Zen lunging forward did get the ball pretty cleanly, though. That's exactly the type of mistake they were making last game. They can't fall back into that, especially after doing so well to go ahead by 2.
It's gone again, and a little bit unlucky that Zen wasn't able to get there quick enough, because they do like to just go for the outplays and then pass the ball to somebody else mid-air. Vitality haven't been comfortable enough. Alpha's won another challenge. Alpha is being phenomenal throughout this game. They can't stop him.
Alpha just completely read that touch. It's not the best touch by Seiko. He kind of hits it straight up into Alpha 54. Vitality will take it. After the worst possible start to this series, they have responded with what we call a champion's response after that timeout. There's still time for Gentlemates, and Itachi's got a reset. He's got Seiko to his left. Seiko with a slow shot to the top corner. Looks like he may have been expecting the goalkeeper to pre-jump inside of the net there, which would have been countered by that back wall self-pass. Vitality are not falling for Seiko's tricks on that time.
Alpha Law touches him background, and he has found Alpha. That's now a way through. Seiko has missed the ball. It was a lot to ask, and they just don't have the numbers left. Gentlemates need a goal soon. This might be the chance. Huge whiff. But it's just not been as effective this time around from Gentlemates. The hits that they are getting, especially in offense, have been weak. They've been easy to deal with for Vitality. And Gentlemates have let off the gas a little bit.
Yeah, I think they may have given Vitality the way back into this. I'm wondering if it's that goal they conceded at the end of the last game. It didn't amount to anything in the second game. They did win it pretty comfortably, but it seemed like after that goal went in for Vitality, the fact that it came from a Gentlemates double commit in defense, it came from a very unnecessary mispositioning by their last 2 players. Since then, they have not been as aggressive. Hold on, Juicy with a ceiling double tap attempt. He misses it, but Seiko's there. He misses as well. Well, it would have been a great goal for Juicy. Didn't have a lot of boost to navigate the rebound portion of the shot. But yeah, great stuff mechanically in the setup for sure. I want to see that aggression showing. I think Vitality were making mistakes when Gentlemates were putting the pressure on them. And now that they've been given a bit more space, a bit more time on the ball, they are back into their comfortable zone, and they've just dominated game 3.
Yeah, it's just been almost sort of a lack of control, I feel. Like, Gentlemates have gone back into the typical get ball, hit ball as far as they possibly can. When you're looking towards the games, and especially the goals they were scoring, all of them were fake flip resets. You know, I can potentially do this. And giving Vitality defenders more Gentlemates, or are we going to be all tied up 2 apiece? Let's get into it over at Manfield Night and find out the answer to our question, Johnny.
I'm very much expecting Vitality to come out hot in this game now that they've got a win on the board. I think that's going to settle any nerves that they had earlier on in this series, and they probably come in more aggressive than ever. Oh my goodness, they've just conceded already though. Zen had no boost rotating back from the kickoff. Alpha went for the aggressive demo, and Redosin just plays for the risky 50. I mean, that is not the play for Redosin. If Zen's got a boost, that's fine, but Zen doesn't have boost. So either Redosin's not been informed of Zen's ability to get middle, or he's just completely misplayed it.
I mean, even then, you don't want to go on the outside of that challenge, because there's only one way. You don't want the ball moving inwards. They might have been caught yet again.
What?
Oh, wow, any momentum that Vitality had is gone. Zip. You will not see it.
I mean, that's the same thing again. That's two infield passes to a third man. You know, they're infield passing off of 50-50s. They're trying to control 50-50s middle. We had Redosin on the sidewall doing that for the first goal for Gentlemen. Now we got Zen doing it midair. But when you're doing that and you're passing to your third man, it is so risky. Oh, they fired back before we can even really talk about it. They're on the board. This time their aggression does pay off. Alpha just over the top of Seiko. Juicy was covered in the double, did not have Redosin's shot blocked.
Yeah, Alpha just banked all that respect that Gentlemen have got for his outplay potential, made it look like he could try and hit the double tap. Instead, left it for a teammate, and now we get another kickoff. Vitality are at least trying different things. They're trying to cheat up as close as possible and win front right. It's usually something that you can succeed at as well, because a lot of teams, especially when they're trying to default kickoff, they try and lose back to the corner that the third man is. Oh, Vitality, oh my goodness, Zen goes for the Doomsy dish, and Seiko saves it from the post.
Man, I really wish I could wall dash like that. I feel like if I was in that position, I'd just be driving along as a spectator, watching the ball do his thing. Zen catches up with controlled wall dashing and nearly finishes it off to the surprise of Gentlemates. You know, credit where it's due. We mentioned at the start of this game that Vitality are likely to come out all guns blazing. They've played two infield passes to their third man and got caught out both times by a Gentlemates roster who expected that. So great stuff from Gentlemates covering the infield option that Vitality like to use.
It does seem like this game has finally settled down. Juicy leaves it. Incredible play from Redosin to spot the player off the ball and cover that rather than the one that Bullcam might necessarily be pushing you towards. Seiko gonna try and go for the outplay. Who goes to him? It's Zen. Gets a clean win, and he actually managed to communicate to Alpha, who didn't get the best first touch. Zen will still scramble for the play. Juicy clears to Seiko. Again, beat a little bit too cleanly, but where's that follow-up? Vitality are getting clean wins. They're not getting much afterwards. Now the drop-down pass. Zen not gonna jump.
Yeah, Vitality again looking for that pass into the middle of the box, into the middle of the pitch, and Gentlemates. I mean, they've played against this Vitality team so many times on different rosters now, even on the same roster. Great overhead clear there by Itachi to keep Vitality at bay again. But yeah, they know what they're up against here. Vitality are a known entity at this point. I think the aggression has been anticipated well by Gentlemates on several occasions. So what can they do against Zen's aerial play here? Zen with the catch almost at ceiling height, but he didn't have a flip to work with for once.
And goes Alpha. Decides to fake out, doesn't want to get challenged early by Seiko, and he's outplaying so many. The goal line defense, now we have to start looking towards the boost totals. Gentlemates need to try and keep some level of control of their back corners. They've done well enough of it, and they are out of defense, at least temporarily.
It really is turning into a battle for the center circle. So many lobbed passes into that area being contested by both teams. At rapid pace, Itachi fakes the wall play, cuts in field. He fakes a flick, goes down to the ground again, nearly had the 1v2 play, but Redosin stopped him. You know, surprises me. I've got to be honest with you, I didn't expect Gentlemates to look like that three-pronged offense that all the best teams in the world do these days. Zen actually missing a wall dash there in defense, but still gets back to the ball like it's nobody's business.
Gentlemen have been one of the most difficult teams to rate coming into this. But that is a clear that I rate none whatsoever. Redosin put it into the ground, and Gentlemates put it into the net.
I mean, he made it so difficult for himself. He tried to double tap it off his own post into the back corner, and after his first touch, he realized, I can't get back to that. I've just centered it, and in his attempt to fix his own mistake, he just exacerbated the issue. I mean, that is a gift for Gentlemates. One that they didn't need. They're creating their own goal, Shogun. It's 4-1. And it's Itachi from the middle of the box. And that is just what he does. It's what he's been doing for well over a year now. And it's the worst possible time for Vitality to fall behind by 3 again.
And yet again, Johnny, it's that after kickoff scramble. We've got another one. Gentlemates just absolutely dominating. After that kickoff, they know the correct decisions to make. Opening 3 goals all came from catastrophic decisions from Vitality. And it does feel like they've kind of thrown this one away.
Yeah, maybe we could maybe put the second goal down to a good interception from Gentlemates that Vitality did not expect. Hold on, that's a great passing play. Even Seiko is going to deny that one, and he's got the double save as well to Alpha's shot, which went straight down the middle. Yeah, I think minimum 2 goals this game have come off big misplays by Radosin. You know, don't like to highlight him, but you know, you mentioned earlier, sometimes off the back of Radosin's biggest blunders, Vitality produce their best performances. Are they trying to use that trick a bit too much? Well, there he is, scoring at the other end. So it could still be happening for Vitality. Zen with a ceiling reset and a dunk middle. And of course, Radosin's there to finish.
31 seconds. They've got to score the first of these 2 that they need with at least a second left on the clock. And even then, we've seen the kickoffs not necessarily go their way.
Wait.
Zen off the kickoff is just taking a straight shot.
Yeah, Juicy darted back there. I think Zen might have been smoke screened, unaware of Juicy's quick recovery, but good turn back to the net there by Juicy. Making sure that they're not going to give another late goal. Whoa, oh wait, are they? They've just done it again.
Oh my goodness,
they've double committed in defense. What are they doing? And Radosin is there.
Well, Eversax, if he's going to take a timeout at some point, the big word that we screamed is don't double commit. Stop doing that to yourselves.
I mean,
they
could have
themselves out.
They could have done absolutely anything else in that position, and it would have been fine.
Nothing.
They pulled the only play out of the bag that ended up with the goal in their net, and now Vitality actually have a chance. Can they get anything going though? This is a pretty tricky position. Radosin's diving in with no boost. It's gone against him. Itachi could not slot though, and Zen might have a chance. No, it's shut down by Juicy in the middle for Seiko, and surely no, Zen keeps it up. Is it going to stay up? No, Juicy has absolutely no time for fun.
Sunday of the new season. Gentlemates triple match point, and Vitality have got to send us to Champions Field just to stand a chance.
Now, if they're going to lose this one, they've got to just go out on their shield here. They've got to play their game. They've got to do what they did all at the tail end of last season. 5 RLCS events in a row, 3 European online events, and then 2 European LAN events for Vitality. Is that streak about to end at the hand of their biggest new rivals of the scene?
KC tried, BDS tried, everybody has tried. But a brand new name with old names attached to it have stepped up. I've got to remember, like, as much as it has been made about, you know, Vitality might have just taken away the World Championship from KC. They look like their biggest rivals on that day of the World Championship. 2 names attached to KC during that, Itachi and Eversax. My goodness, would this feel great for them if they won here.
I think Gentlemates definitely have got the most upside. That's not going to be an easy turn though. Alpha winning that race by a mile to go up 1-0 for Vitality. I think that might just be a race you don't even want to bother taking. Seiko taking way too long to turn. Had absolutely no chance in no man's land. Once again, Shogun, it's Alpha 54 who puts Vitality in front when they have looked like the team to beat in this series. It's the veteran who's been leading the charge.
Yeah, Alpha has been incredible in short spurts so far. They need that now for a good 15 minutes. Cannot afford any more silly mistakes. It's a good opportunity. Zen's just going to put himself up! And he made the goal so much bigger! Radosin makes it 2!
Well, he ended up in front of the ball, and it looked like he was playing for the air dribble bump, but he was actually looking at ball cam the entire time. He was going for the drop-down pass. That is so creative by Zen. He knew the goalkeeper would be there, didn't even have to look, and he perfectly made contact with both the player and the ball.
Now Itachi, reset was gained earlier on, used it to just try and drag that ball a bit further. Zen now, gonna go down the side. Gentlemates are trying to cover the infield passes that Vitality were using so often in the previous games. Now that they're not being utilized, those wings are so much easier to infiltrate for Vitality. Good turnaround challenge there from Alpha.
Oh, Zen's done well to block Seiko's attempted center. This is really, for me, the key for Vitality for this game. Just make sure that you play the ball from goal side. Do not get dunked on while you're looking for that infield. It's actually with not a lot of boost in his back corner. Juicy picked up the 100 as it spawned. He's past 2 here, Juicy. He's not past Zen, though. Zen, in fact, as last man, ships it safely to the right of Juicy. He was flying in for a block attempt.
Dosen was low on boost, wanted to try and claim that midfield. He has actually got rid of one player. Would probably like to try and turn around and get rid of Juicy. He's only got 12 to his name, so he's done well just to get one player out, and he might just stick with this. The 12 boost, that was not a half bad investment. Well, more demos. Vitality running ahead of the ball, getting rid of the third man. And Gentlemates need to either start avoiding that or at least communicate that that's going on so they don't suddenly have those rotation problems yet again.
Zen calls for Dosen off this, pre-flips to catch. I think Gentlemates for that entire exchange were very comfortable in their own back corner. Once more, just waiting for that Vitality mistake. They've been doing this for a few of the games this series, and it's worked sometimes and sometimes it hasn't. Their only loss, I think they played this style a bit too much. But don't forget, they do still have their timeout available, so playstyle switches will be easy. Oh, one touch by Seiko. That was an unfortunate bounce for Radosin, who had the Gentlemates defense completely scrambling with his double tap attempt.
Yeah, Vitality have looked very much in control of this game. That's what they needed off the backboard. Itachi tries to get to it, but far too slow. Zen's got himself on the board, and Vitality smashing this game.
And Zen with a very instructional rebound there. Notice how he lined himself up with the ball as his teammate was about to boom it into the backboard. It's a great tip for all of you guys wanting to try and improve your own rebounds in your own games. Much easier if you only have to read the height of the ball. If you can see exactly which angle it's bouncing back at. Oh, Itachi has just smacked the post from point blank range. You got to think that that must have been a tougher angle than it looks, because on the director cam it didn't look like a tough angle at all, but surely Itachi of all people would have slotted that if it was open. Is this open? No, it's not. Zen darts back and shuts the door.
Zen is wiped out for his troubles. Itachi trying to make something of this game. Double commit, double the chance to get rid of it, and that is exactly what happened for Vitality. Just need a couple more clears, and they can claim this game for their own. 3 goals the difference. When Vitality have won, they have done so in style. And they would rather a very boring following up 2 games. For Gentlemates, job seemed far easier about 4.5 minutes ago. Now they know what they're up against. That one's a little bit too high. Juicy's going to try and clear, and Alpha will very happily see this into the corner.
Yeah, this should be the conclusion of the first Gentlemates 3 match points. This is the best chance anyone's ever had to eliminate Vitality from an RLCS tournament after the acquisition of Zen. They have failed their first attempt, and now the big decision. Do they call a timeout right now, just try to figure out a game plan for Game 6, or do they save that for Game 7?
The weekend, no more 4-0s, no more 4-1s. This series is at 3-2, and we might even go 3 each. Or this is over.
Well, you know, if the French, the majority French super teams couldn't deliver us a Game 6, I don't know what we'd be watching. Nice save there by Alpha to kick things off. That was almost, it looked like it might have been on target and off the post from Juicy's pitch. Here's Zen at the start of Game 6. Already looking dangerous. Now, after Vitality's first game win in the series, they took a lot of risks in the following game and they got shut down. Will Vitality be able to keep Gentlemates under pressure without overextending with their third man? That's really what I'm looking out for. I think Vitality's third has to think very carefully about which passes you go for, which plays you go for, what angles you take 50-50s from. It's this very intelligent Gentlemates roster who are defending brilliantly to keep this ball away from danger. How long will it stay away from danger?
Oh, Itachi's going to take the shot. Nobody dared challenge him. Just wait to see it come forward, and then they were going to clear. I do like what Vitality have done with a player just in front of the ball, looking for these demos, looking for these bumps. Worked so well in the previous game, but do Gentlemates have an answer to it? Itachi now off the wall with Seiko in support. They've all gone up. Radosin got enough on it, though, but Seiko can stick with his play. Zen. Alpha misses it. Still keeps Zen going. It's a bit of an off angle, so instead he looks for the bump, and Seiko had to scramble to keep that ball out.
Yeah, Gentlemates knew that was coming. There's a lovely fake to set Zen up, and when he's in that kind of open space with an air dribble, there really is no player who's more dangerous at the moment. Gentlemates knew that sending two would be intelligent. Zen with the corner ball double. He fakes it for Alpha 54, who strikes the post. Now Zen with the follow-up. Juicy with a save. Oh, what a defensive play by Juicy.
That was exceptional from Juicy. The recovery to keep himself alive in that play. Exquisite. And now he's down to the opposite side of the field. He wants to get Radosin's car, couldn't quite find it. Juicy coming alive when his team needed him. Itachi out to Juicy yet again. Keeps the ball going, goes low, gets Alpha all scrambled, but Radosin now gets back. Both these teams having very good looks.
Oh, what a play.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, catch and flick immediately there by Radosin. Previous to that, it was Zen getting bumped in defense. He had to dodge that while trying to make it clear. The physical play coming out at both ends of the pitch.
Juicy realizes there might be a player behind him. Just get rid of it to the far side. Has that boost turned up there for Juicy? Well, he's not got the car anymore to utilize it anyway. Respawns on the same side. So many blue cars stuck in one corner. Got to keep boost priority at the moment. Itachi cheats up so well. Good read of the play. And that's got his team some breathing room.
Yeah, well played by Itachi. Spotted Radosin cutting rotation. Made sure to get to the ball before Radosin could. For the first time, I think we're seeing clean performance for both teams for the most part. They have been extremely physical, making it very difficult for each other to get clean touches without the threat of a bumper demo. What a read by Juicy. His first touch is not the best, but that's still pretty ideal to shut down Alpha. Zen with 12 boost. For him, that's plenty, but he's stopped by Seiko.
Yeah, realized that he just needs to try and take the challenge. Don't go for anything big where you might lose the ball big. Alpha off the ceiling, almost found the bump on Itachi. And almost found the bump is the best way to describe this game. Zen almost found the challenge. Itachi avoids disaster. Now Juicy caught in to save the shot.
Oh, great control by Juicy. Catches the ball on his own goal line. Brings it clear under control. That keeps Vitality from getting that follow-up shot that they're looking for. To follow through demo from Juicy on Alpha. Zen and Radosin trying to play a 1-2 midfield. It has worked out, but Seiko's on the backboard, covering Zen's follow.
We've seen a series so full of mistakes, but now we've got a game where no mistakes are allowed. Whoever blinks first, oh, Itachi almost gets Alpha out of the way. You got to keep an eye on the ball. You got to keep an eye on that player next to you who is trying to demo you. It is total Rocket League at the moment.
Oh, it's all Radosin!
That! Oh, dearie me!
Of course, the cleanest game of the series had to have a bit of Radosin spice added to it. You never know when he's going to strike for either team.
All right, well, that was a heart raiser. As we keep going out, Juicy can't win it clean as he almost got it into the path of Itachi. Radosin realizes he's got to slow this play down. Still going to pop that ball out a little bit too much is Alpha. Just enough, but Radosin's just gone flying past the ball. Radosin's got to calm down here. He is all over the place. And he set up his opponents. Radosin needs to bring the heart rate down.
Well, you know, Radosin, he was trying to pretend that he had boost there in that previous play where he floated past the ball, hoping Gentlemates would believe him. They didn't. They knew he was just being Radosin. Now, can they make anything happen in 0 seconds? It's infield to Radosin, but he's missed his open net.
And thankfully for Vitality, that is the case. They've gone for the delayed kickoff yet again, tried to get it into the path of Radosin, doesn't quite work, and now they are up in defense. Can't afford to get in their own way here. Zen 0 boost, tries to stick with it. Radosin 0 boost, tries to stick with it. And Gentlemates will start again.
Well, it's incredible. The win condition for both teams is the same player. Oh, no, the post, Juicy to Radosin, blocked by Alpha 54. But really, who could find Radosin first? Here he is. Booms it into the ceiling, just barely a touch of the ceiling though. Alpha missed the rebound. You know, every touch Radosin makes has me on the edge of my seat. It looks like even he's camped down now, and he's waiting for Zen to work his magic. Back pass to Radosin. Might be the right play at this moment.
Seiko is waiting. So was Alpha. Good read of the play. Goes ceiling. Reset gained. Delays it. Couldn't quite get enough power to wrong foot Seiko. Zen's going to delay. Radosin's turning inwards. So is Alpha. Said Zen might go the whole way by himself. He's got everybody jumping.
Oh, and here's Radosin. This could really go absolutely anywhere. It's into the sidewall. Back middle for Alpha 54. And Gentlemates are queuing up at the near post here. This is not an easy clear. Radosin blocked by Seiko.
How on earth did Seiko have to read that early on? And Vitality have backed out. They ran out of boost and instead have to start again. Here goes Zen. Bump on one. Doesn't get the second. Itachi delayed.
Alpha looking for a bit more volatility on that pinch center ball. Juicy reads Zen's miss. So much space for Radosin here. He's got the mid boost. Here he comes. What's he going to do with it? He's got all the options. Goes for net with a thunderbolt of 2 miles an hour, which was blocked by Gentlemates.
Now we go infield. Nobody around for Vitality. Seiko tries to cut inwards. Faked it out. Radosin is beat. Now Zen's up next. Gets enough. Sticks with it. 2 minutes of overtime played. Gentlemates get the goal. They will go to the grand finals. In goes Seiko. Backboard. And Zen prevents the double tap.
Huge interception by Zen. Seiko is dangerous there now. It's Radosin with the double tap. He's blocked at the key moment.
Alpha plays the angle rather than the ball. In goes Zen, asking too much of even himself. Who's got the boost? Itachi lays claim. Juicy now up next. Alpha in a bit of a rough spot. He can find himself too far forward. He went for the outplay. And his team is now stuck.
Yeah, 50-50 was a safe option there. Alpha played it risky. It's on target, but saved by the same man. Gentlemates knocking on the door now. Vitality answering with the softest of counter-attack attempts down the middle. That's denied by Gentlemates as well. Vitality just giving the ball back into the middle. It's so dangerous to do that when Gentlemates are lurking. And it looks like they might have got away with it just about for now.
Pinch clear between them. Vitality just trying to look for any amount of boost. Who can get rid of it? Radosin, huge flick. Juicy's too far forward. He has to scramble back. And Alpha, look at the pre-jump. He's having none of that backboard play. He wants this played at his own pace.
Well, 3 minutes of overtime. This has been one of the most nerve-wracking OTs. It's Vitality trying to keep the win streak alive. Juicy's backwards. He can't really challenge Zen too well. Radosin now pounces on the loose ball. Can't get it away from Seiko. He's missed the boost steal as well. Doesn't need it. He's playing for the zero boost wall shot, which trickles into the corner.
Oh, Itachi's avoided being hit. Gentlemates playing with fire. Radosin in the corner. Good challenge from him. Out to Seiko, looking for the sidewall double. Defenders were ready. 2 defenders were ready.
Whoa.
3 defenders were ready. But that is a little bit over-prepared, if you ask me.
Oh, the whole lobby in one little triangle there. And now Radosin's pre-jump Juicy. At least that forces him high. Juicy with the 1v2 attempt. Zen adjusts necessarily and gets the clear. But here's Juicy once more. He gets on the wrong side of the ball. 4 minutes of overtime. Both teams have had an equal share of chances. And nobody's taken any of them. Radosin passes off to Seiko, but Zen is there to cover him. I feel like Vitality have centered the ball more than Gentlemates have. That could be it. No! Alpha scrambles back.
But we keep going on. Gentlemates have controlled the last few minutes. And it just seems like any moment now, that streak will come to an end. Alpha keeps it going. He's got Radosin midfield. Who takes the challenge? It is Itachi. Controls so well. How many chances have Gentlemates had? None of them over the line yet, Johnny. Zen, Juicy read him so quickly.
Yeah, Zen playing that very close to the wall. It's a dangerous way to set up your air dribbles. Much easier for the defender to get in the way of it when they can just use the wall as a launching pad. Now another double commit from Vitality, but it's gone back to Alpha, who seems to have control here. Oh, that's much smarter that time by Alpha, just going for the 50-50. You don't need the outplay, a much safer way to just go right through the ball. Like here's Radosin with a flip reset. Decides to, in fact, leave the ball. Now 5 minutes into OT, it's back to Vitality aggression, but decently heavy touch there from Itachi. Breaks up the pressure. We're back to a pretty even position.
Good clearance. Seiko's around. Zen had to get there in time. Zen's also turned. Alpha and Zen this time double committing. That means there'll be nobody on the far side. And now Seiko charges ahead. Who can he get a hold of? Chooses not to go for the demo. Alpha had to jump. It's all up to Juicy. He's got a lot of work to do off this play. Seiko's around. Decides not to take the shot.
Oh, a huge defensive stand there by Vitality. They're making it tough for Gentlemates to get the goal. Itachi's left it for Juicy, but a dive bomb saved by Redosin. That's phenomenal stuff.
Keeping the options alive. Keeping the streak alive. Alpha off the wall. Second touch. Easy enough. Itachi's just lived on the backboard and he's done so much work. Juicy next one up. Zen turns. Oh, that's on target. And Redosin already sat in the right spot.
Oh, what a read by Redosin to know Zen was hitting a back pass from a pinch. And now here comes Redosin for the win. He's done it. Redosin strikes for Vitality. And we're going to game 7.
Just go down the line. No flip resets. No double tabs. Let's just go direct. Let's go to Champions Field.
And it kind of cancelled each other out. But are they going to go back to that hyper-aggression, early interceptions? Are they going to let Vitality play their game? I think it's a bad idea if they do, but let's find out. It's game 7, and it's already Zen firing top shelf and in. Vitality are up by 1 already.
What on earth is this plot armor? They finally have got it to go their way. Vitality having 0 and 4 when it comes to kickoff goals against Gentlemate, but when it matters the most, they've got one off.
And Zen in a 1v1 position there, you'd take him pretty much against anyone in the world not named Rawas. And last time I checked, he's not in this region. Big trouble for Gentlemates. They have had the advantage all series long. And now, it swung against him. It's Alpha, saved by Seiko to keep it at 1-0. What a save that might be. Because if Vitality go 2 up in 30 seconds, you might as well call this one early. Just say, we'll take top 4 for our first event, go next. When Vitality get rolling, they are unstoppable.
Redosin, flip reset, delays it, and has to take 2 players out. Who's stolen as well? So Vitality might smell blood in the water here. Clear is going to take away any offensive hopes from Vitality. Oh, and that was so dangerous as well, but managed to get the buy-in actually, and a full dive. That's Redosin yet again. Just cutting his way through on these defenders.
Cheeky by Alpha, but he set Zen's up. It's Zen with the flip reset, stealing double grind pinch after the mind game. Oh, how does he even come up with this? He sticks around in offense to look for some demos in the aftermath, but Gentlemates have survived the incoming pressure.
Already up. Who's first to it? Juicy liked his chances. Something that's happening now for Gentlemates is that they're fully diving for plays that they are losing outright. Need to pick and choose their opportunities a little bit more. Alpha's going to continue to chase up. Steals the 100 as well. Does he have the infield option? Does he want the infield option? He's trying to take out goalkeepers, and Seiko had to matrix around and find some way to that ball.
Yeah, it's the second time this game Seiko has stopped Zen from point-blank range. Great defense by the OG French Open-era rookie. And now at the other end is Zen returning the favor. Alpha looking to get it past Itachi. Can't do it. And Itachi is looking to bump Zen out of the way, who's now got no boost in the back corner. And of course he goes for the 50-50. Really smart play by Zen there. Buying his team some time, making sure they don't concede immediately, but they might concede anyway. Nope, Seiko's missed his tuck.
Yeah, difficult to get the fake out when players are kind of directly in line with the ball. It's Alpha controls. First touch kind of let him down. Second one was unbelievable.
Yeah, a little pogo outplay there from Alpha. In fact, he might have attempted to shoot that one on target. It's into their end now, but they've got control. They've got boost. Juicy fakes it middle for Itachi. He's dropping it back to Juicy. Great read on the pass there. Alpha 54 saw exactly what Gentlemates were up to.
It's becoming a little bit of a goal drought here for Gentlemates. They are over 15 minutes since their last goal. Got to get something on the board within the next 2. Zen infield. Alpha goes backboard, double tap, and Seiko again caught into action for the defense.
Yeah, Seiko's his saves in this game have been what's keeping Gentlemates competitive. It could very easily be 2 or 3 for Vitality. Where's the goal? That is the question for Gentlemates. Earlier on, it seemed like they could score which way they wanted, but now Vitality have leveled up. And it's become a whole lot harder for Gentlemates to find any way through to a shot on target, far less a goal.
Alpha can't get to it. Radosin off the wall. So only out to Zen, who doesn't get as much on the challenge as he would have liked, but Vitality have not got the same issue they had in games 1 and 2. Their second player up has been so much quicker to it. There's the infield. Oh! Seiko pre-jumped that in the last game, and he arrived to it when his team needed him most.
Oh, what a pass from Itachi. Seiko barely had to change his angle of arrival. Just jumped and pointed his car at the ball. And in it goes. 1-1. Gentlemates of Vitality delivering with all kinds of drama.
1 minute. Is that now momentum? Double commit there. Alpha, it's only out to Itachi, who misses.
Oh, Radosin really had to use every urge of self-control not to just slam that top bins of his own net, but he instead just left the ball to bounce off the back wall. Incredible mental resilience in the critical moment. Final minutes still in Game 7, still tied.
Radosin only as far as Juicy. Itachi waits in the midfield. Doesn't get the ball though, because Alpha has won that so cleanly. In goes Zen. Those are the sort of challenges that defensively you don't like to see, because that ball can go anywhere. Alpha's having none of it right now. He is pre-jumping everything for defense.
He stayed upfield as well. Radosin with space to follow, and it's Zen to slam in the go-ahead goal. 11 seconds to go. Alpha creates a path for Radosin, and Zen got the follow-up first. Slot 2-1 Vitality.
3-1 in the series, and it still might not have been good enough. Gentlemates have got one more chance at this. It's off the kickoff.
You're joking! You are absolutely joking! Alpha half flips, he turns upfield, and then watches the ball go in his top corner. Why? Why would you half flip upfield?
After all the ways we theorized, they might just lose their streak on a wibbly-wobbly kickoff play. Now it's Seiko.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe one more chance to do it in that regulation. Alpha caught in. Next goal will be for the grand final. Alpha controls and hits the ground.
All right, Vitality, just play a safe kickoff. Give us an overtime goal, please. That'll do. Okay, we're into midfield play. Juicy's got it, though. It's not good for Vitality. He's got a flip to work with. He centers it, and it's in for Seiko. Gentlemates end the streak.
Hat-trick hero. Seiko finishes. And Gentlemates are through to the grand finals. What a series. The streak is done. It's dusted. Vitality now know that they are challenged for this series, and they will have to bounce back in our second open qualifier.